good afternoon, everyone. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Just had the opportunity to get out on the 2018 Honda Goldwing just to take a ride. It's still, I guess you would say, early spring, mid-April. Temperatures in Buffalo, New York are really not cooperating well, but today 66 degrees and I'm going to take advantage of it. I think tomorrow we might get about 68, 69 degrees, and hopefully it doesn't rain. I get out tomorrow. It seems like we've been having about a 1 day a week, if we're really lucky, 2 days a week where the weather is decent, where you can get out and ride. So I figured I'd get out today. I really don't have anywhere in particular I'm going. I have no plans. I don't have anything in mind, but just an opportunity to get out. So I'll get on the interstate here and just head on out. I'm hoping that we have a nice summer. You know, look forward to getting a lot of riding in if it's at all possible this summer. You know, I would like to do that. Okay, we're good to get over. We're good to get over. You know, it'd be really nice to do that, get some good riding in this summer. My goal is about, if I can do 2,000 miles this summer, which is not a lot. I know for many of our ground pounders out there that do a lot of traveling on their motorcycles, but if I can get in 2,000 miles, that would be fantastic. I really want to do some long distance riding. You know, brand new to the Goldwing, this thing really is nice on the highway. So one of the goals I would like to do is get out to Wingding this year, down in Nashville, Tennessee. That would be a nice ride from Buffalo, New York down to Nashville, Tennessee. So that's one of my plans. Everything goes well. You know, I have two motorcycles. I have a 2014 Honda Valkyrie that I love, and then I have the 2018 Honda Goldwing. And really just impressed with the Goldwing. Really want to take advantage of it, being a touring motorcycle. Get out and do some things. So we're crossing over the Grand Island Bridge. I think I'm going to head toward downtown Buffalo, you know, and see what's going on down there. Maybe take a ride along the water. You know, the one really beautiful thing about Buffalo, New York is since we are right on Lake Erie, we have a good waterfront section, and the city's done an outstanding job at really building that up. Before, you know, there was really nothing to go down there and look. It was very industrialized, as many cities were across, you know, the 70s, steel plants, but Buffalo is starting to make that turn. They're starting to transition more into a cultural area, and they've really done a really remarkable job of what they've done down at the waterfront and building that up. So it really is a destination. It's a place to go. Before, you really would, there's no reason to go down there. Why would you go down there? There's nothing going on. There's nothing ever going on. It's desolate, but it really is a nice area to visit. So this time of year, you know, I think because we really haven't gotten into summer yet, I don't anticipate, you know, much going on down there. I don't anticipate a lot of activities, but you don't know. Go down in there and take a look. Utilize this time wisely. You know, I've lived in Buffalo basically my whole life, and I am a die-hard Buffalo Bills fan. Make no apologies for it. Know we have some struggles being a Buffalo Bills fan, but hey, they're my team. They'll be my team to the day I die. And one of the things that's always been talked about now, the Bills are looking at possibilities of building a new stadium, and which I think is a good thing. I mean, they did do some major renovations to New Era Field, which is their current stadium, but I think they are due for a new stadium. You know, you visit some of these other stadiums across the country, and they're just phenomenal. You know, you go down to, I had the opportunity to go to Atlanta and their new stadium, and I'm really hoping this year the Bills play Dallas in Dallas. So if those dates work out, I'm hoping to go visit the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. I've not been down there, but just from what I've seen on television, it just looks phenomenal. So looking to do that. But one of the things that I think you'll see, you know, probably in the next, couldn't tell you when, probably next decade or so, is the move to build this downtown stadium right along the waterfront. And there'll be a major construction project. You know, the way the city is built, you know, it's not conducive to having a stadium down there right now. There's, you know, the parking and the way to get around really is not good. But I think it's a good idea to look at that because everything really is transitioning to the waterfront. You want that. You want people to come to Buffalo and want to, you know, on a Saturday night or a weekend, go out and then have a good time down at the waterfront with the families and have nice restaurants and entertainment down there. And that's where you have to make the center. You know, right now, the New Era Field is out in the suburbs. Beautiful stadium, but really in the middle of nowhere. You know, you're really in the middle. There's not much around there that would attract you to that area other than going to see the Bills play. So if they do make that move and put the stadium downtown in close proximity to KeyBank Center, is where the Buffalo Sabres play, I think then you're housing all your sporting teams down in the same area, which I would think would be good. And I think businesses would thrive down there. So I see that happening sometime in the future. So we'll see what the Bills do this year. I'm hoping they do well. I'll always support them. And the lake here, if you're going, I'm headed southbound now toward the city. If I was headed northbound, I'd be headed up toward Niagara Falls. But you do see a few people out. It's nice. Buffalonians are great in that, you know, we get weather like this. It could be 60 degrees, it could be 50 degrees, and people just want to get out. You know, you get that cabin fever that you've been stuck with for such a long time throughout the winter, and you just want to get out and do something. So it's nice to be out. You really get jealous of some of our moto friends in the south that are able to just ride year round. That is just, that's amazing. You know, around here, whether it's November, maybe you can push it into December. That's really when you're getting your last ride in, and you're hoping that you can pull the bike back out in maybe late March, early April if you're lucky. Again, I'm not sure how well the GoPro picks this up, but right now I'm headed under the Peace Bridge. The bridge you see in front of us is the Peace Bridge. That takes you from Buffalo, New York into Ontario, Canada. So we are right on the border. We're a border city. And it's a real benefit, you know, being right on the Canadian border. You have the best of both worlds. There's plenty of times we just hop across the border just to go for dinner somewhere at a nice restaurant up there. I'm not a big casino person, but they do have casinos on the Canadian side in Niagara Falls if you're into gambling. So people do avail themselves of that. So what you see ahead of you is downtown Buffalo, City Hall, and a bunch of the different businesses that are located in downtown Buffalo. There are office buildings. I really do like Buffalo. One of the things is great thing about Buffalo is that the area is not so congested that you cannot get around here easily. Like, I have friends that live in Atlanta, and they have told me, you know, you head to work, you got to set out, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours early sometimes, just to deal with the traffic. And as I say that, I come up on a bunch of traffic. Isn't that ironic? But actually, this is not bad. But the nice thing about Buffalo, you can really get anywhere around here really in 20-25 minutes. There we go. Nice coming down here. I haven't been down here in a long time.